Coming in just under 4,700 pounds, the ultra popular 264 Bunkhouse J Flight here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is that, like, you know when you were a kid and you go to a restaurant you didn't know and your default was like, I want chicken fingers. That was always the thing you would get. Well, if you're new to the camping business, basically, guys, and you're wanting to get out of the old pop-up, you're wanting to get your first camper, you got the family to tote around, you maybe have a, limited capacity vehicle, if any of those things apply to you, this one fits all of those descriptions so well. It's such a good starter camper, and you will find just a shocking number of them on the road with a lot of happy people inside of them. In point of fact, usually when I go camping, this is what I typically am. And although last weekend I got to spend the weekend in Mr. Haylett's personal loaded up Montana, and I'll tell you, that'll spoil you pretty quick too. So this one has no slides, no carpet, and no nonsense. It is all thriller, no filler. There is nothing wasted here. Everything is done well. Now, one of the first things I do want to talk about in here, though, is that it is taller than most campers. This is 6'9" to the ceiling, as opposed to 6.5 foot tall. And for a taller person like me, it was really one of the reasons why this is generally the camper that I choose to go camping in. I don't get to camp a lot, and don't get me wrong, I would love to have this space and the function of a slide out. I am not opposed to slide outs. I am a big fan of them. But no more than I get to camp, I just couldn't see the sense in investing in something bigger, heavier, more expensive like that. When we camp, we're outside. We're out there. We're doing things. We're exploring the local sites. I don't like to spend a lot of time in the RV if I can help it. Maybe a little bit to cool off and then hop back out or have a meal and then move. That's about it. Now, it is nice here. We're taller. We do have centralized air, and even here at the most basic travel trailer Jayco makes, they're still giving you more control over your AC system. It's both directional and closable, and that's a couple things that not every brand will give you. First of all, the fact that it's centralized. A lot of campers in this size and category, if you start comparing other things in a more entry basic price point, you're going to find some non-ducted air conditioners. Now, they're the same strength as this air conditioner, but being non-ducted, they're not nearly as efficient. They will not keep the camper as cool as this one is because it better disperses all of that cool air. Our cabinetry is another one of those things where this will separate itself from a lot of other more basic entry-level campers. And speaking of that, let's open up the kitchen and take a look. So our overhead cabinets here, they are pocket screwed for longer lasting nature here, and they have all hardwood cabinet door frames. So better materials used all over the place here, and that's a common trend you're going to see repeated through this, even at the most basic J-Flight level. Like, case in point, you can't see it, but you're actually, I'm walking on 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor decking with plywood roof decking above me, and that's not normal in this, really, that's not even normal in fifth wheels, but especially in entry-level campers. That's part of the reason the better materials are part of the reason that this has twice the warranty of anything else in this class and category. The countertops, they're what's called thermal foil. They have a pressed membrane, so there's no T-mold where water could potentially penetrate, which does allow them to recess that sink right there, and they put a bigger sink in as a result. Because you can put a bigger sink under as opposed to over and not feel so blocky. Now, once again, better materials. You see plywood box construction in here in these full extension ball bearing glides. And one of the awesome parts about this floor plan here is it does leave you a space beside those drawers for a wastebasket, which is something that so many campers lack, especially here in a more basic segment. And the devil's in those details. It's all those little details that add up to the... J-Flights have been the #1 selling RV since 2005. Not just trailer, but the #1 selling RV since 05 and counting. And it's little details like the better cabinets, like the drawers, like having actual metallic magnet-friendly refrigerator inserts here. They could save money by making this just a cheaper wooden plastic panel, something like that. But now you can do stuff with it. You can have those little magnet clips, those magnetic chip clips, that hold notes and stuff, or the campground flyers or local flyers to see things. The kids' pictures, anything. You can do stuff with it. Now, this model does have a split bathroom, which at first glance kind of throws some people off. But as a person who camps, I can tell you, I sure appreciate it, because one of us can be using the bathroom while, you know, someone else can be washing their hands, and that's what's neat is you don't have to wash your hands in the kitchen sink. You do have a dedicated bath sink, but somebody can be, you know, brushing their teeth. I can be in the shower, the kiddo can brush her teeth, and then, you know, we can get ourselves ready for bed faster, or we can get ourselves ready in the morning easier. The foot flush stool, always a crowd favorite, as is shower surround paneling. And once again, one of the reasons I often go J-Flight is this, because I can stand in the shower without my head in the bubble, and that extra headroom in the shower means a lot to me. Little details too, like, you know, extra light switches. You know, in a basic camper, you often have to go through and individually click all the lights. And you do need to click some of the lights in this camper, but not all of them. And then detail things like you have separate curtains for the upper and lower bunk. Well, that probably costs a little more money, but it also gives individualized comfort so the kids aren't fighting for the curtain. And if the kid on the bottom's trying to pull that curtain shut, they're going to rip it down. They're going to rip it down. Having separate curtains like this is so much nicer. And a little detail stuff like a little handle so the kids can easily climb up and down on their own. If you look at your mattresses, you're going to see in your Jaycos that your mattresses are like twice as thick as industry standard. Rockwood's about the only other manufacturer using mattresses that match up to a Jayco. But in a basic entry-level class like this, I don't know of anyone else using thicker mattresses for the bunks. Because if the kids sleep better, well, then you're going to sleep better, and then everyone's going to get along better tomorrow. Am I right? Well, hold on, before I back up, this is a basic camper. You have basic entertainment. If you do want to update and upgrade your entertainment, though, it is set and ready to do so. You can throw a flat screen on the walls, little sticker indicates. It even is satellite ready if you are going to go way off grid and over-the-air stuff isn't going to work for you. This is Bluetooth. It is very streaming media friendly. You can plug those little streaming sticks in the face of it. And another thing, you can't see it because the little phone cover's on it here. Here we go. But even in a basic J-Flight SLX, Jayco's still running high-def wiring. And that's not normal in this price segment. It's 100 little details that you could easily overlook that separate the J-Flight from so many other things. Now you've got this big window right here on the door side, and you do have a big pleated shade there for privacy. And speaking of sleeping, this is one of 2 bonus sleepers that you get right here. So like most dinettes, this one will fold down into a little bonus sleeper, and that's one of those areas where those privacy shades are going to come in handy in that big window right there. But the little jackknife sofa, it can also fold down into a sleeper, so that'll give you, what, sleeping for 8 pretty easily in here. But you also see you've got some easy access bonus storage below the sofa right there on the right hand side, as well as completely available storage area underneath the dinette seating itself. So in addition to that, plus the easy lift bed that we see up front, there's just no shortage of interior storage capacity under this Jayco. Well, I guess under the seating of the Jayco, as it were. Easy walk around bed is nice for those folks who often need to make late night trips to the bathroom here in the camper. You've got big windows on both sides of the bedroom for some excellent cross breeze. Big side stands, which, I mean, anytime you find a flat, open, horizontal space in an RV, you are just going to pack that thing full of stuff, whether it's phone chargers, shirts, anything, socks. I mean, it's just a free-for-all clutter space. Anybody who camps, you know what I'm talking about. Now, little detail stuff I like, again, at a basic camper segment, they're still fully trimming out all their windows here. What I like is it gives that pleated nightshade something to really bite into, and I've noticed we do not seem to have nightshade problems in our J-Flights anymore. And then if you do choose to add a TV, the bedroom here comes with a TV mount where if you are so inclined, you can easily remove the mount and take it outside. It'll actually mount right here below that big dining window, and it really locks in place so that it's really hammered down. So if one of the kiddos bumps it or something like that, no sweat. And your hookups are those plugs just to the left. So outside, once again, the devil's in the details, because at a glance, it's simple, it's basic. You know, it definitely qualifies as you know, starter point, entry level, but sometimes basic can be beautiful and simple can be stunning. You're not paying for flash, flare, sizzle. You're getting all thriller, no filler. Again, like we still have a power awning. We with LED lighting. What's neat is the outside speakers are actually mounted right here on the awning itself, so the speakers are down low where you're not going to blow the neighbors away. You've got UV tinted windows here, and that's a real key thing to point out because a lot of basic campers don't have that. It'll keep the RV cooler inside by blocking more sun. It increases your privacy, plus you can enhance those things even further by pulling the shade down inside. And once again, nobody matches Jayco's warranty in this segment. Nobody. There's no such thing as a 3-year warranty, by the way. There's a 1-year camper warranty and a 2-year camper warranty, and Jayco's almost the only one doing that. Then there's a 3-year structural coverage that is not as inclusive. It does not cover as many things as the full 2-year warranty. So it's important to know the differences. We sell products that have different kinds of warranties here, including 3-year structurals. They all have different benefits and advantages. But, you know, if what you're looking for is more peace of mind on more major systems, well, you might want to consider your Jaycos. Now, basic camper, but bigger baggage door. That's something that I like here. And you might notice that they have the same size baggage doors on both sides of the camper for easier access. And the bed, you see those struts. The bed does easy lift for storage below, as you may have noticed on that little quick video snippet inside. All exterior lights are going to be LED. You've got LED tail and marker lights. LED marker lights are not usually found in an entry-level class, nor are they usually fully top-sealed. Jayco takes the extra time to fully top-seal every exterior component as just an added level of leak prevention. Now there's a blue sticker on the tongue right under the propane tanks. That is a simple side-mount solar prep, which is really nice, where you can park the camper in the shade to keep it cooler, and then you can use a portable panel to sort of chase the sun, if you will. These ride on a custom engineered chassis. You might notice how the A-frame of this camper actually integrates into the chassis itself. And that is how this actually has a taller interior without a taller exterior. The floor is physically mounted lower. So it's 3 inches taller inside, but it's not taller outside, and that's a very, very cool feature. I've already mentioned we've got 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor decking. We've got 16-inch on center wall studs with hand glued, hand tucked insulation, so that bouncing down the road the insulation can't slide down in place because it is glued. We've got our Magnum Truss roof system rated for about 4,800 pounds, which is a best-in-class feature, and 3/8 tongue and groove plywood roof decking. And then down here, the best-in-class things just keep on rolling with Goodyear Endurance radials and Dexter axles. So the tires are rated for up to 87 miles per hour at 80 psi, American-made, not, as the funny phrase goes, China bombs. Now, there's also another more recent update here. I'm sorry. And above those wheels, there's actually galvanized steel wheel wells. So God forbid you do have a flat tire, they build a shield into the camper to hopefully prevent any damage. Now, you do have a full outside utility shower, but what I was getting at is another one of these updates. You see how there's extra overhead clearance lights up here? That's because this has Jayco's smart lighting system. It stands for signals, markers, and reverse travel. And it's very simple, guys. The biggest thing this does for you, when you're going down the road, if you flip on, say, your right-hand turn blinker, not just the tail light will blink. Those extra overhead clearance lights will blink. All side marker lights will also blink along with it. So let's say you put a bike rack or something on the back here and it makes those taillights harder to see. It gives the other motorists on the road more opportunities to understand your intentions on the road. It's safer for you, safer for them. Everybody wins. We are backup camera ready. If you are looking for backup or observation models, you are set and ready to go. We can throw those on any day here at Haylett RV. We keep them on the shelf. And instead of an outside kitchen, not 100% of people are like, woo, outside kitchen. This is just a basic camper. And a lot of people want storage. And that is, again, one of the key calling cards of this floor plan is that it does have storage galorage. It is good for that. Other neat little details like the key-like system, that's just kind of a little bit of frosting on the cake. You don't need like a whole, like when I walk around the lot, I have to have all these keys for all these different campers. But you need one key. One key will open your doors, your baggage doors, you know, pretty much everything. So there you have it. Whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, we do it all here at Haylett RV. In fact, you can try it before you buy it with this model. This is the same floor plan that we keep in our rental fleet. We'll keep anywhere from like 8 to a dozen copies of this in our travel trailer rental lineup. And if you are interested, you could rent a camper like this, you know, for however long you feel. And if you make a purchase here at Haylett RV within 30 days, even if it's not a camper, we will roll any of your rental fees over as a down payment onto a vehicle, a trailer, anything that we can offer you here at Haylett RV. So, you know, there's, you could, like I said, try it before you buy. That's a pretty worry-free guarantee, I guess you could say. So, if you have questions, you give us a call. Short of hidden dealer fees, because we don't do those, we do everything else. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.